All right. The gate was 4.04 million. The attendance was a little under 17,000. Fight of the night was Usman and Covington. Performance of the nights were Jan and Aldana. There were 3 transports, Saunders, Faber, and Covington, who does have a broken jaw. And for those who care, the 50-50 raffle was $70,000. If you give a shit.
Fair enough.
One guy gives a shit,
Yeah,
right?
one guy really cares, that's for sure. Well, Dana, you mentioned the Colby Covington broken jaw there. We were wondering about that. I mean, listen, I know you're not a fan of that guy or haven't necessarily gotten along with him eye to eye, but did he show the world something tonight?
100%. I mean, going into this fight yesterday, I was doing interviews, and I told everybody, man, I said, listen, don't let all the bullshit and stupid talk overshadow the fact that this kid is tough, talented, and stylistically this fight is unbelievable. If you look at the stats, they line up perfectly, and the question was Covington's cardio, and he has unstoppable cardio. Could Usman keep up with that, and how would Covington deal with the power of Usman? Only one way to find out, and now we know.
Usman's had his detractors along the way as well, and I know that
I was one of them. Yeah.
Absolutely. How about your take on him now after a performance like tonight?
Awesome. How about the chin on him too? Covington hit him with some big shots, some knees, some elbows. Yeah, I mean, both these guys were blasting each other, and to have a broken jaw in either the second or third round and almost finish the fight is pretty impressive. So, for as big as his mouth is and all the stuff that he talks, the guy can fight, and he's talented and he's tough. He came in here with a game plan tonight, not just fight, but how he would handle himself after the fight and all those kind of things. And Usman shut it down.
Masvidal has been such a big star this year, and I think if Covington had won tonight, the grudge match between the 2 former roommates, everybody was salivating at that idea. Does the idea of Masvidal-Usman excite you as much?
It's massive. So think about this. How many times have we sat in this room, we did the lead up to the big grudge match, these 2 guys hate each other and they're going into a fight, and then I'm sitting in here going, well, that fight sucked. You know what I mean? How many grudge matches have actually been incredible fights? I say none. Maybe there's one that I'm forgetting about, but they all pretty much suck. This grudge match was awesome. 2 guys that are at the top of the game in their prime, and the fight was the fight of the night on an incredible card. Yeah, the Masvidal fight versus Usman now is a big deal. He fought Diaz for the BMF, and now to fight for the actual title against a guy who is tough as nails is fun.
Want to get your take on Volkanovski as well, man. The Australian market continues to grow, and they've got great fighters down there. What did you think of his performance and now him as a new champion?
Yeah, he looked good, and that market is massive for us. So maybe we do that rematch in Australia. I don't know, just off the top of my head.
You touched on it right there, though. I mean, the idea of a rematch, for as long as Holloway was a champion, as close as the fight was, you think it makes sense?
100%.
Nice. And last thing for me, you just saw Amanda walk off stage. She had another big win tonight. The name Clarissa Shields was brought up because, she's been here and in town. And Amanda seemed to dismiss that right away and said, listen, if she wants to come fight me in MMA, let's do it. Come to my world, but I'm not interested in boxing. I know you're starting to, get into the boxing market. What's your take on that? Do you believe this is a fight that will happen or can happen?
Yeah, so, I've been talking to everybody in boxing, and if you're gonna get into boxing, you want, as many of the best people as you can get. So talking to Clarissa Shields and a lot of other people, and but Clarissa has shown interest in fighting. She's an Olympic gold 2-time Olympic gold medalist, and she comes here and she sees the press conference and the weigh-ins and the arena tonight and all these things, and it's pretty badass. So, I think everybody wants a taste of this. So we'll see what happens.
Dana, she's a 154-pound fighter, though,
yeah.
Or 60 or 68. So what do you do with her if you bring
doing
her
a camp and cutting weight and the whole deal? Yeah, I agree.
I mean, that's a big issue.
Yeah, it's what we do. It's what we do.
Well, I just wanted your take on the Covington Usman scorecards.
So, yeah, you heard what it was?
Yeah.
3-1 one way, 3-1 the other way, and 2-2. I don't know. I mean, what do you want me to say?
How'd you have it?
I had it 3-1 Usman.
For Usman, okay. And you gave Covington the first round?
Yes.
Okay.
And then Cormier had it 2-2.
He was smart.
Yeah. How many people in here had it 3-1 Usman? Yeah. 2-2? Yeah. Yeah.
And
Close fight. Listen, after the first round, they were hard to score. Those were close rounds. It was, when you take two guys that we said it. I'm not the only guy that said it. You guys said it. Everybody fucking said it. These guys are matched up perfectly, and that's what you get. Hey, how about all the takedown attempts in that fight? Right? Zero. Yep. Yeah, it was. I seriously, I was so fascinated for this fight to see how this thing would play out, and it was awesome. It was a great fight,
both guys did something in the fifth round that was amazing. Colby, picked up the pace with that broken jaw, and he had been wearing down. And then I thought Usman, it seems like Colby had the edge in the first half of that last round.
100%.
And then all of a sudden Usman must have recognized it and stepped up. And what does that say about a champion when he can understand, hey, you know what, I'm behind here, I need to do something dramatic and be able not only to try for it, but to pull it out?
I need to use more than 20%. Yeah, it was exactly what he needed to do, and he did it. He pulled off the finish with 50 seconds left of the fight, in a fight that the judges had all over the place. So, and Colby Covington was absolutely positively winning the first half of that round.
Dana, you had 3 great title fights tonight. Who impressed you the most in victory and why?
Yeah, main event. I mean, obviously, both fights were good in their own ways. For Volkanovski to come in and beat Max Holloway, big deal. It's a big deal to do that. And, for Amanda, she has all the hype behind her right now and everything else, but she came in and fought an absolutely, positively different fighter than she did the first time. And I love that about Amanda because, believe me, guys, I've talked to a lot of fighters that they're like, I don't want this fight. I already beat her. And I'm probably not going to beat her more impressively than I did the first time. So what's the point in me even fighting her again? She took the fight. It was a tough fight. What was driving me crazy with Amanda, too? It's like, why are you standing up in the guard when the only thing she can do to you right now is up-kick you and knock you out?
That was a question.
You know what I mean? I'm not her trainer or fucking anything, but I don't know. I gotta ask her that later, why she was. Did any of you ask her that?
No, it was a good question. Should have asked that. Speaking about Amanda, Dana, did you see Irene Aldana tonight? Were you impressed with her?
She won. She won the performance of the night. So Ketlin Vieira is one of the top 5 fighters in the world, right? Been one of the hottest prospects for the last couple years in the women's division. Blows out her knee, has surgery, recovering from it. She's coming back, and we're looking for a fight. Everybody's fighting or somebody's hurt or whatever, so there was nobody. So Irene Aldana, she likes to stay busy. We give her the fight. And what is she ranked? 12 or 13 or something, right?
Around there,
and goes in and knocks her out. Viciously knocks her out. Now, I'm sure many of you know her, like I know her. One of the sweetest people you will ever meet. Hardworking, a grinder, loves to fight, loves to train. Could not happen to a better human being. It's always awesome when you see good things happen to good people. So I'm very happy for her.
Could she be next? And is there any truth in the fact that Amanda says the next fight for her will be at 145 for sure?
Is that what she said?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Tuesday we'll go back in the room and we start looking over what happened here tonight and what we want to do next.
If it's at 35, would Aldana be the
well, we'll see where you guys rank her. After winning that fight, we'll see where she gets ranked and we'll figure out what's next for her. But yeah, impressive.
Makes sense. Great show, Dana.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, Dana. So Colby was just venting on Twitter, saying fake nut shot, fake eye poke, fake stoppage, fake ref. Do you have any issue with the stoppage at all? Think it was strange? Did you think
The stoppage?
Did you think it was a good stoppage?
Absolutely. Positively a good stoppage, yeah.
What do you make of his response? Just disappointed fighter? Or?
What are you going to do? Fake eye poke? Apparently he didn't watch the replay. Nut shot? He's right there. That was on the belt. It was on the belt.
And how did you score Moraes versus Aldo?
I had Aldo winning that fight.
What do you think comes next for him?
Well, Henry Cejudo texted me tonight and said, that's bullshit. He didn't lose that fight. He won that fight. And I want to treat him like he did. He wants to fight Jose Aldo.
You like that?
I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
And then what happens for Uriah Faber from here, in your opinion?
You know, Uriah looked good tonight. If you think about, Uriah doesn't want to hear that he's old, but unfortunately, Uriah, you're old, okay? And he looked amazing in his last fight, right? Comes out and beats a guy that most people probably didn't think he was going to beat. And he looked damn good tonight until Jan started catching him and lighting him up. And Faber's tough. He's durable. He's well-rounded. He's a good fighter. But the question starts to become, I don't think anybody in this room would disagree with me if I said he could fight again. We could put him in with somebody else. You know, this guy's fighting. He's not in here fighting bums. This guy's fighting the best guys in the world. But the question becomes why? Why? You're a legend. You've done it all. You're 40 years old. And you've done everything that you can achieve other than money. He makes money. He's got a gym. He's got other businesses going on. He's got a beautiful family. Why? That's something he needs to talk about with his wife and other people that care about him.
Hey, Dana, did the doctors confirm that Colby's jaw was broken before he went to the hospital?
Yeah, his jaw's broken.
Okay.
You said you didn't hate the idea of Aldo and Cejudo, but you don't think Peter Yan would deserve it before?
Yeah, but Jan's in there too. I'm just saying, Cejudo says, I want Aldo. Cejudo is the man right now, you know? If you look at what Cejudo has accomplished, if he says, I want Jose Aldo, I think Jose Aldo win. I mean, how many people in here think Jose Aldo won the fight? Most of the room thinks that Jose Aldo won the fight. It's, you know, if that's what he wants to do next, we could do it. I don't have a problem with it. I'm sure people would want to see it.
To your right, Dana.
Hi.
Hi there. It's the final fight card of the decade for the promotion. When you get in the room and on Tuesday, what are you looking forward to the most for 2020 and beyond?
We're coming off the best year the company's ever had. 19 was our best year. We broke pretty much every record we had. And I love the lineup that we have going into 2020. We have some fun fights. And if things play out certain ways, you know, we're going to end up having 5 or 6 massive fights. I mean, what are we doing, 12 pay-per-views? And 5 or 6 of these are going to be huge. I like breaking records. It's fun. And I'm looking forward to 2020. I'm not looking forward to being a year older, but I'm looking forward to 2020. You done with me? Oh, go ahead.
What about Floyd Mayweather? He's going to fight a UFC fighter 2020.
What was the question?
What about Floyd?
Floyd Mayweather? Yeah, so Floyd and I did a deal at the Clippers game, Clippers Celtics in LA. And I think that he and I will probably, you know, we both think that we add value to what each other does and we could do something together. You know, both of us together is more powerful than both of us not together. So I'll probably start talking to Heyman this summer.
Is he going to fight a UFC fighter?
I don't know what we're going to do yet. We're going to see how a lot of things play out in both sports. I'm just not a UFC guy anymore, man.
You got 2 Contender Series guys that made a debut tonight. Let's talk about that. Luna and Chase Hooper.
Yeah, they look good, man. Both guys. He said we had 2 Contender Series guys tonight make their debuts. They look good. Yeah, I don't even know what to say other than yeah. They look great.
It just validates, what you're doing there by cultivating new talent.
All you have to do is show up to one of these things live and watch it, and it completely validates what we're doing there. It's awesome. If you've never been to one of those live, you guys need to come out and do it. I know it's expensive probably to travel from other places and come do it, but I'm telling you, it's so worth it. You ask any of the media people that have been there, and it's unbelievable. And the level of talent that we're pulling out of there is incredible. The kid Hooper, Sean, we've been grooming this kid for a while. Sean was worried about putting him in. He's only 20 years old. I mean, kid's going to the M&M factory to make some fucking what do they call them? You make your own M&Ms, right? That's how young that kid is. So we were worried about putting him in too soon, and he looked good tonight. He fought a real guy, tough guy, an animal, and he pulled it off. So it's going to be interesting to see what he can do. And then Puna's a savage. Yeah, we talked about him, didn't we? Didn't I talk about Jeff Neal with somebody? Yeah. To go in and do what he did to him, the way that he did, and he looked big tonight too. Was it me or did he look huge? Yeah, he looked huge tonight. Yeah, nasty performance. I'm gonna send him some money too. Now that you make me think of that, yeah, I gotta put that down. I'm gonna send, thanks for helping that kid out. I'm gonna send him some money. Yeah. You guys good? Happy holidays, everybody. Thank you very much.